Hello viewers, I'm Professor Muhammad Asif Iqbal with you. I'm a professional online teacher and I conduct IELTS and English related courses, online courses. Well, I have just started my YouTube channel, keeping in mind the objective to boost my expertise online. I'm not sharing with you an entirely new concept in any of my videos, but I do request you to look into the matter, the content, and particularly my approach of teaching. And if you like it, please do subscribe me, like and share my videos as well. Well, in today's video, I'm going to reflect upon a commonly selected topic but a challenging one, that is true false not given and yes no not given type of questions in IELTS reading test. So let's dive deep into it and reflect upon it in details. Alright, in today's class, the subtopics we have in mind. What are these types of questions? What's the difference between true, false, not given and yes, no, not given question? Thirdly, understanding the difference between true, false and not given answers. And lastly, top 10 tips related to this type of question. So what are these questions known as true, false, not given questions? Well, information of the statement is in the passage. If it is in the passage, that is considered as true. You need to understand what it means, what this type of question means in fact. Sorry. If the information of a statement is opposite to that in the passage, that is equal to false. And if the information of the statement is not there in the passage, it is missing, that is known as not given question. Alright? Now we have some questions, for example question 1 to 3. One is all people are influenced by media. Second, sales of TVs rose by 50%. And third, the government spends most money on healthcare. Now we have taken them from a text. That is what you can also call the context, because the context means the actual situation, the actual passage, the live situation, some language component or some questions are put in. Well, these are statements. We call them statements in the question paper. Now coming to true, false, not given, the most important point to keep in mind about them is that they show factual information, no opinions at all. Alright, it's not about opinions. This is what you have to note down with you first of all. True means the statement agrees with the information given in the passage. Alright, the statement in the question agrees with the information given in the passage. And false means the statement contradicts the information given in the passage. And not given means there is no information on this in the passage. The information given in the statement is not found in the passage at all. Clear? Let's move on. Now coming to yes, no, not given questions. Well, they are primarily based on writer's opinion. Note down this point with you. Well, for that you have to read between the lines. It means that's pretty difficult as compared to true, false, not given questions. Because sometimes the opinion, not sometimes, in fact, most of the time, the opinion of the writer is between the lines. It means it is hidden, it is implied in the passage. You have to dig out from the passage to understand whether or not a statement is yes, no, or not given. Fine? Now that means it's not about facts. Unlike true, false, not given, that is based on facts, as we discussed before. Well, yes means the statement agrees with the claims of the writer, not the facts given in the passage. Okay? And no means the statement contradicts the claim of the writer as given in the passage. Fine? And not given means it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. Alright? Fine. Now the point here is the technique for yes, no, not given and true, false, not given is the same. Generally, it's the same. Alright? The only difference is that true, false, not given questions are about facts. On the other hand, yes, no, not given questions are about writer's opinion as given in the passage. I hope it's clear. Well, before giving the treatment to the patient, as it's a common observation of the people, the doctor needs to know the problems with the patient. So first of all, we call it diagnosis. First of all, he diagnoses the patient, asks him question, what's wrong with you, and only then the doctor can come up with the treatment. Exactly like that, we need to know the common problems associated with this type of question before coming up with the tips to approach this question. Alright, so what are the problems that students face not understanding what not given means? Well, that's the common issue with the students. Secondly, spending too much time making sure it's not given. That's a blunder. We will see to it. Thirdly, failure to understand exactly what each statement means, and therefore being unable to identify if it's true or false. Alright? And lastly, focusing on keywords and ignoring the meaning as a whole. Well, this is the most important point here. From among all these, we will discuss it in detail. Alright. For example, we have the passage here. From the passage, what we have here is the majority of people who graduated university found it difficult to get a job. Alright. And the question is, after finishing their tertiary education, all people had difficulties to find employment. That's the question. Alright. Okay. Now, let's see what we have next. So first of all, we have to analyze the statement. Why do we need to do that? Look at this, number one. Okay, follow these steps. Understand the meaning of the statement, in fact, After finishing, now follow the underlining in my PowerPoint. After finishing their tertiary education, well, and then you have to locate that part of the passage where you can find this the answer to this question. All right, you have to locate that part of the passage. All right, now there you have to see you have to locate the synonyms of phrases or words as given in the question. Here it's written finishing their tertiary education. Here it's written in the passage graduated university. Well, that means the same thing. Fine. Secondly, we have here employment. What we have in the passage, get a job. That means the same. Thirdly, well, why is it in red? We will see to it. All. We have all here. And in the passage we have the majority. Well, does it mean the same? Later on we will see to it. Okay, it's not just the main point here, the main point of all these, it's not just about about matching keywords. Well, we need to match keywords, of course. I'm not saying you should neglect it altogether, but it's mainly about matching the meaning. Remember my words, dear students. It's about matching the meaning. You have to look at the meaning, all right? Fine. Now, what does this one little word all mean here? All means 100%. Whereas the word the majority does not mean 100%. So what do you think? Is it true? Is it false? Is it not given? Well, the step 2 after this, only then after you have done this, understood the meaning, find or understand the answer. Understanding the question, having understood the question, move to understanding the meaning, understanding the answer in the passage. Alright? And what it means, it is false. Why is it false? Because the statement given, the information given in the statement does not match with the statement given in the passage. Well, we have the keywords, matching keywords, but the problem is here it says just one word, all. Here it means the majority. Well, this information is there. We are not saying it is missing. In that case it would be not given, alright? But the problem is it does not match. It does not match. That's why it's false. Okay, let's move ahead. Now there is one more part from the passage. The passage is the charity raises money to pay for education and the daily needs of poor people. And the question is, the charity spends more of the money raised on schooling for poor people than on their daily requirements. Alright, now as we did before, let's analyze the question. First of all, spends and pay. Well, that means the same. In the question, money raised. In the passage, raises money. Fine. Pretty same. In the question, schooling. In the passage, education. Now, after having, while you are understanding the question, analyzing the question, you have to find it out. You have to locate that part of the passage where you can find it. That goes without saying. You have to do that. But once you have found it, then you have to analyze this question, matching it with the part of the passage where you could probably find it. Well, here it means schooling, and in the passage education. Fine, that's the same. Here it means daily requirements. In the passage it means daily needs. Exactly the same. Well, the point to remember is prepare the opposite information in statement. Prepare the opposite information in the statement to be sure to decide if it's true or false. That's the best strategy. Alright? Well, how to do that? For example, in the question we have a word. Well, these little adjectives, they can be the tricky words, we call them distractors. It can be adjective, it can be an adverb, something like that, to distract your attention and to put you on the wrong track. In fact, here we have more. Well, you should look for the opposite of it, that is less. That's what I mean, prepare the opposites. Well, do you find something like that here in the passage? Okay, then we have we have another one, than, in the question. And what I mean here is there is no matching or opposite information. Okay, we don't find this, okay, in the passage. You see that? We don't have anything like that. So what to do? That is not given. Why is it not given? Because we don't have either less or more. Okay, we have nothing like that. We should consider both possibilities. Can we find more? No. Can we find less? No. Okay, can you find comparisons? No, we didn't find even comparisons at all. So that means this information is not given. There's no question of matching here. This information is not given at all here. All right, fine. Now, passage. We have another example. Just over 400 million acres of land is being used for agriculture in America. Fine. That's in the passage. And the question is, at present in America, about 400 million acres of land is allocated for agriculture. Fine. Now let's analyze the question as we did before. Matching the keywords, of course, you have to do. In fact, that is to approach the meaning, not just matching the keywords itself. About, and here it is just over. Pretty same. Okay. Here we have at present, and here we have is being. Well, they look different. But in fact they are not. We will see to it after we go ahead. What I mean here, look at this. At present is being. Well, this at present, we don't have exact synonym of it in the passage, but the meaning can be hidden in grammar. Well, look at the grammar. Is being exactly shows, gives a signal to the word at present. All right. So the meaning can be hidden in grammar. You have to consider the grammar as well. All right. Don't forget. Allocated, and we have used. Fine. That means the same. So the bottom line, as you see, whatever is dropped from the above in my PowerPoints, well, that's the major point you have to pay attention to. Well, pay attention to everything in the statement and the passage. That's what I mean. It's not just the keywords, matching the keywords, fine, and the distractors, but also everything. It can be even grammatical concept as well. Okay, fine. Even wrong tense. We have a tense that shows past, and here it is present. So again, it is grammatical aspect, and that means they are trying to distract you. All right, fine. Well, in that case, it is true because it matches everything. I mean, the meaning matches from every point of view, from grammatical point of view, from the matching the words, the keywords point of view, everything. Fine. Well, top tips. So after we have discussed everything, we come up with top tips. Common for true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given. All right. Number one, spend time reading and analyzing the question statement as we discussed before. And point two, so you are not just trying to catch the key to match the keywords. You must match the meaning, as I said before. That means understanding the passage more. Fine. Number three, paraphrasing. Pay attention to paraphrasing because only then you understand the meaning of the passage. So Use a range of different language for the same meaning. Okay, number 4, look out for common traps. What can be the common traps? Well, they can be in the form of comparisons like all, some, majority, the words like than, and qualifying adverbs. For example, always, rarely, often, never, sometimes. Alright, so they can change the meaning, and this is what we mean. These change the whole meaning. Okay, so pay attention to, pay close attention to them. Number 5, true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given use the same techniques. Generally, their techniques are the same. Alright. Number 6, answers come in order. So don't worry at all. This is the most important tip you have to keep in mind. That means they follow the order of information in the passage. No worries at all. So keep an eye on the next question, because in that case you may save time and you can find 2 answers in one go. Alright. For example, if the answer to question 2 is not found, you are unable to find it for the time being, it might not be given. Keep it in mind. Alright. So what you should do not stop at all. Just move to the answer to question 3 at the same time. Because the answer to question 2 must be between 1 and 3. As I said, they follow the same order. So never read the whole passage for it. That will be a blunder. This is a common mistake among students. Alright. So that will be here, not after question 3. That will be illogical. Alright. Sorry. Number 7, keep your eye on the next question, because the answers come in order. So as I said before, you may find answers to 2 questions in one go. Now number 8, remember the meaning of false and no. What does it mean? False or no? Does it mean the information does not match? No. It means the information is opposite to the information given in the passage. Alright? And number 9, if the question is true, false, not given, you cannot write yes or no in the answer. Never do that. True means yes. Is it? No. True and false means no, not at all. Okay. So this is what we have already discussed here. Number 10, can I write, students often ask, can I write a letter instead of a word? Yes, you can. If your writing is legible, easy to understand, otherwise never take this risk at all. Tip 11, ignore anything you already know about the topic. Never disagree with the topic. Okay, whatever is given, your answer must be based on the topic, remember. Number 12, be careful when you see verbs that qualify statements. Alright, such as suggest, claim, believe, and know. These change the whole meaning, these types of words. Alright, so pay close attention to them. Tip 13, if you have no idea of the answer, put not given. Never write true, false for that. Okay, that's better. Most probably it will be not given. Now there are some specific tips for yes, no, not given, only for them. Tip 1 is read the appropriate part very carefully to understand the writer's opinion. That means don't skim and scan for final answer. Alright? Write the appropriate part. Okay? And tip 2, writer's opinion could be based on a certain section of the text or the whole text. It is possible. So what you should do, you should scan, you should find it out. And number 3, if you don't know if the statement agrees with the writer's opinion or not, because there is not enough detail to give a definite answer, the answer is not given in that case. Remember that. Alright? Ignore other people's opinions if they're in the text. Okay? What it means is you are judging only the writer's opinion. Never go for other people's opinion. Okay? This is the bottom line. And number 5, look out for phrases such as in my opinion, I believe, or using a comparative or superlative for writer's opinion, because they show writer's opinion. Alright, that they signal the writer's opinion. Okay, and lastly, you can practice. I have a question, I have a passage, you can take a screenshot of it. Alright, that is good for you. Alright, so that was all about true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given questions. That was a very close analysis on them. Finally, as I always say, please give maximum watch time to my videos, because they are not entertainment based videos, they are educational videos. So you need to, if you need to learn, you need to go ahead with the lesson till the end. And if I deserve some praise, please praise it. How can you praise it? Please subscribe, give it more watch time, and do not forget to like and share my videos with your social circle. And please do give comments on my videos, because only then I will be able to improve upon my coming videos, and look for the links for my videos which I have already made, and the videos which are coming in the next few days, or only then you can remain in touch. If you subscribe, you will automatically be taking my videos in your mail. Thank you very much. See you again in my next videos. Thank you very much.